In this increasingly uncertain and unstable world, we will need to increase Australia's defence spending. But that spending needs to lead somewhere. It needs to actually improve technology and capabilities and deliver them when they are needed. Spending billions to rip up contracts and blindside our allies is no way to enhance our security. We will make sure our veterans get the care they need by cutting waiting times for claims and rolling out new veterans hubs across the country. We will establish a disaster ready fund because Australians deserve a plan to mitigate the ever-intensifying impact of natural disasters. Families like those I met in Lismore, Ballina, Murwillumbah, Brisbane and Maryborough deserve and need a government that's ready to roll up its sleeves and tackle the challenge of climate change. Not just create a fund and let it sit idle like a term deposit while people's homes and livelihoods are swept away. And I say to those Australians still reeling and rebuilding from the Black Summer bushfires, the people I had the honour of shaking hands with on the New South Wales North Coast, in Maria, in the Adelaide Hills, in Victoria and in Cobargo, you deserve a leader who holds a hose and a government that stands up for you. Yeah. My fellow Australians, we will act on climate change and seize the chance to transform our country into a renewable energy superpower. It will make us more resilient and less dependent on global supply chains. Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine has reminded us that we must be prepared for the uncertainty that global events unleash here at home. The pandemic too has shown us that we are not immune to global events. We must be more self-reliant. We can revitalise Australian manufacturing and power that manufacturing with Australian-made renewable energy. Exporting resources will always be important to Australia's economy, but we should also use our resources, like our minerals and rare earths, to make products like batteries here, instead of just shipping the resources offshore and importing the finished goods. We can and we should add value here wherever possible. Yeah. And at a time when petrol prices are on everyone's minds, we need to face the fact that 2 out of Australia's 4 fuel refineries have closed during this government's term. We need a government with a real plan to ensure supply, using Australian flag vessels with Australian seafarers in a strategic fleet, and a fuel reserve that's accessible, not in the Gulf of Mexico, as it is now. This is what Australians will get to choose in just a few short weeks. A government that looks forward and plans ahead. An Australia that stands on our own 2 feet. A better future with a Labor government focused on creating secure, well-paid jobs, making our future here, strengthening Medicare and making childcare cheaper.